The best show in all of basketball is back on the road. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls play game number 4 of their 8-game preseason schedule. It's live from the Mark Arena in Moline, Illinois, as the Chicago Bulls take on the Sacramento Kings. And hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Cashel. Welcome to Quad. Tom Dorr, Johnny Redker. Tommy?
All right, thanks again, Steve Cashel, as the Bulls prepare to take on the Sacramento Kings. And very vocal crowd here tonight, unlike our play-by-play team. Let's take a look at the Sacramento Kings starting lineup for Gary St. Jean. And Gary is hiding in there, I promise you, right behind Brian Gant. Walt Williams and Brian Grant, Olden Polynice in the middle. Mitch Richmond and Bobby Hurley are the guards. For the Bulls, and Phil Jackson, Rodman and Pippen at forwards with Big Luke in the middle. And Michael Jordan and Ronnie Harper will be the guards to start out the ball game.
Well, we get news here that Dwayne Coswell will not play because of his strained right knee, so they're limited at center tonight.
Our officials for this evening game, Ron Arthur and Michael Glass from the Continental Basketball Association. They're very familiar with this arena, where the Quad City Thunder normally would play. There he is. How do you like the orange hair and the pink fingernails? I think it's a fashion statement. I think it'll catch on.
It'll give him a great promotion on a ladies' night for nails, you know, and a nail polish. Wear the same color and get in, or do something like that.
Did he miss us? Good.
Too far down.
Yeah, I think so. No, Bulls fans, I'll do my best. I'll give it my all tonight. I promise you that. Bulls 5-0 against the Kings since their move to Sacramento in the preseason. Olden Polynice will jump center against Luke Longley. And we're just about set for basketball here at the Mark. Polynice with the quick jump gets it, and the Kings will start off. Bobby Hurley playing a little bit better this year, Johnny. He's put on 7 or 8 pounds. He's much more confident from what I've seen. Richmond looks down for Polynice. They established the inside game early.
Polynice had a very good game against the Bulls in Chicago. Really lit him up first quarter.
Ronnie Harper, as the Bulls try and take advantage of Bobby Hurley's size. Tyus Edney is their backup point guard. Same thing. He's 5'10", John. So the Bulls will come after them. Hurley lost it, and Ronnie Harper able to track it down. Scotty in the pass, get to him. It did.
Okay, Pip out on the breakout, and it comes from the good defense of Ronnie Harper slapping the ball away and being able to trigger the fast break.
Hurley with Michael on him. Ronnie Harper's got Mitch Richmond now, as MJ picked him up full court. Shot clock at 10 as they get their offense started. And an offensive foul on Brian Grant.
Offensive foul, Brian Grant.
Brian Grant had a lot of people give him consideration as Rookie of the Year last year. We only see him 2 times a year, but he played very well against the Bulls.
Bulls with the swing as Scotty makes the fake against Walt Williams, puts it up just off, tipped in by Dennis Rodman.
Offensive rebound. Rodman, 2 people went over to Pip, and as soon as he sees anybody unbalanced on the floor, he just goes right to him. Sorry to use that word with Dennis.
Williams from the wing. Polynice with a rebound. Ronnie Harper took it away. Bulls running hard. Scotty wanted the lob. Harper takes it linked to the floor and couldn't get it. Scotty was running down on the right side, pointing. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Good. You're right. He was pointing up to the hoop. He went around Harper to just flip it up there, but nobody played Harp, so he just took it all the way in, and he drew the foul.
Mitch Richmond picks up the foul. So Harp will get a couple.
Get up.
And they got a little problem with the scoreboard saying that the first foul was an offensive foul, not a team foul. So they will correct that.
Well, he splits the free throws. And look at him pick him up right away with the good defensive pressure.
Rodman almost came over to get it as Richmond brings it across the timeline. He'll stop, take a long three.
He can do that too. He's only averaging 8.5 points a game, but not playing a lot of minutes.
Harper down low. Michael posts up. And around Dennis Rodman right there. Scotty for three.
Well, and again, the offensive rebound pays off.
8-5 Bulls with the lead. Just a couple minutes gone here in the first period. And now Richmond wants to post up against Michael. Backs in, an illegal defense called against the Bulls. Scottie Pippen's heel was in the lane, and Pipp with a big smile on his face. Hurley pops out. They get a fresh 24 on the shot clock. Hurley tries to penetrate.
Travel. Good play. Nice job of switching out Pippen. Last year we saw Tony Kukoc matched up against Walt Williams, and Walt just took him right to the basket. Not going to be the case this year if he draws Scotty.
Walt's been shooting from the outside pretty well. Scotty with it on the wing. Goes down low, finds Luke. Big Luke with the rolling hook was a little strong. And that might be an understatement. Richmond across the timeline, back to Williams. Walt Williams drives in, runs into Luke. No call. Scotty running hard down the wing with Ronnie Harper goaltending.
Richmond on a goaltend, but Hart put a lot of pressure on Bobby Hurley. And watch this. Ronnie Harper coming in. He takes it in strong. Mitch Richmond comes on over and flips the ball off the glass.
Hurley picks up his dribble, gives it back to Williams. Comes off the screen. He's a good outside shooter. On top, Bobby Hurley had the outside shot, didn't take it. Gets it to Brian Grant into the corner, and 3 seconds is called.
3 seconds.
Okay.
8 minutes, 45 seconds left. 10-5 Bulls with the lead. Scotty with it on the wing. Goes on top, finds Harper. Inside Luke. And Luke Longley with the bucket.
Luke with the jumper.
12-5 now Bulls with the lead. Big Luke with his first basket. Hurley between the circles. Looks inside, lob, Walt Williams, and the pass hit the rim. Scotty right down the middle, finds Harper in the corner, fakes the three, moves inside, nice move off the glass. Harper tipped it out of bounds, and it belonged to Sacramento. So 12-5 now, and you see the turnover, 6-0. Richmond, Polonese, and now Sacramento will work it around a little bit. Brian Grant, not an outside shooter at all. Looks inside. Williams with Ronnie Harper on him. Luke come over to help, and Ronnie Harper reached in. He'll pick up the foul.
That's the first foul on the Bulls, and it was on a mismatch where Walt Williams had Ronnie Harper down low.
(12-5) Bulls with the lead. Williams backs in against Scotty. Oh, what a block with the left hand and an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Williams. Good play. Scotty with the block. Walt Williams goes inside. Now watch this. He goes up, and then he just puts that left arm right against Scotty's neck. Nice job. We'll take one more look at it here. Good job by Trio Video and Jim Angio. Oh, nice one, Scotty. Reverse stuff. Reverse stuff, and they'll take a timeout and talk about it.
Timeout Sacramento. 7:19 left in the first, and the Bulls lead the Kings 14-5.
Nicely done. Watch this. Luke Longley underneath. Scotty catches the ball. Can't go up on that one side and reverse slams it. Nice job. Bulls with a 14-5 lead here.
That 9-0 run that you talked about a second ago.
Yes, sir. 7 turnovers for Sacramento, and the Bulls scored 10 points off those.
Bulls again with his full court pressure. A little different look. Remember, they had Dennis Rodman leading it the other day, but it's a full court man-to-man, and they want the center, Olden Polynice, to handle the basketball. That's why Luke goes away from him. You guard whoever man's out of bounds. Hurley. Puts it over to Richmond. Brian Grant comes in to post up. He is so strong. Off the glass, couldn't get it. And Scottie Pippen, who's playing as well as anybody in the NBA right now, to Michael for three.
Bulls on their offensive game, running, stopping their second three-point field goal. One by Scottie, now one by Michael as he pulls off that break.
Bobby Hurley with the open three. Rebound tapped out, and a foul against the Bulls. Luke Longley will pick up the personal. Luke looks at Ronnie Harper and said, my fault. And Michael hollering at both of them, hollering at Ronnie Harper and Luke Longley, saying, you guys talk. Scottie right there against Walt Williams. Inside Brian Grant, and somebody got lost, and Luke picked up the foul.
Second foul on Luke on this possession, and you're right, they were a little slow getting over on the side. There's a bullet pass now on the Grant, wide open, and Luke gets him across the arm, and they have to go to the line for two. Well, I started to say something about the magnificent camera work by Trio Video, and of course our director Jim Angio. Congratulations to Jim. We'll have him around for 4 more years.
We'll kick him around. That's right. Good deal, and we are pleased to have him back.
Absolutely. Show Sports Channel cares an awful lot about their production work and putting the best game on.
And about you and me.
Yep. If I can only get him out of my ear now.
17-6 now, 17-7. Mitch Richmond right there against MJ. Pip on the wing with Williams on him. They'll corner it up. Luke comes out to set the screen, and a holding foul.
Is that Polynice that gave that?
I think it was,
foul?
yeah.
Yep. That's
Polynice.
normal, though. See, when you go by a guy, a center in the NBA defense, he's supposed to step out and chuck you a little bit, slow you down.
Michael will look for Luke. Instead puts up the air ball. Thought he got fouled. Dennis Rodman puts it up, and he got hammered. No call. Hurley on the run. Finds Walt Williams. Scottie got a piece of the ball, but also his arm, and he'll pick up the foul. It looked like Dennis. Well, we'll get a chance to see it.
Good pressure on Michael. He shoots a little bit wide on this shot, and Dennis picks up. We got 2 baskets. Mitch Richmond with a three-pointer on a fast break, and Polynice with that turnaround hook shot to start it out.
Sports Channel like to welcome our Quad City affiliates, Cox Communications in Moline and Davenport, TCI of Illinois and Rock Island, and all the Bulls fans in their areas. We welcome you to Sports Channel. Ronnie Harper with it on the right side. Luke Longley comes across to help out. Now the Bulls with the reverse. Michael and Scottie. MJ long range off to the left. Pip right there. Throw it to Polynice. He was looking for Dennis Rodman. Ahead to Richmond. Makes a move down the lane and puts it in. Count it, and he's fouled. Let's see if that's on Luke or Scottie.
And that is why he is the second All-NBA team. Watch this move he makes. He sees a little hole. He takes it right down the middle. Up he goes. And did they give that to Luke?
Yep.
His third.
Here comes Bill Winnington.
They've been concerned that Luke has been picking up a lot of fouls early in the games, and they'd like him not to do that.
Well, Johnny, the one that he picked up, he's helping out Dennis Rodman, who got lost on Brian Grant. And this time a man's coming to the basket, and you hate to just give a guy a wide open dunk. Harper gets it ahead on the pass to Michael, and the Bulls will set up the triangle. Winnington turns and looks for the open man, Rodman. Shot clock at 6, at 5. And Mitch Richmond will be called for the hole.
That's his second foul. Little two hands on him as he went around the side. That's their fourth foul. Let's take a look at him. He reaches in there now, but he already has committed the foul. Oh, Mike. Oh, I thought he was going to throw it up in the rim for him.
Might have been there. Scotty will put up the three. Scotty got fouled, and Phil Jackson hollering about it.
He's saying he doesn't shoot the ball that short.
Not normally anyway, right? Hurley with Michael right there defensively. Hurley did a lot of penetrating last night against Detroit, and Michael just stopping that, and Dennis Rodman will pick up the foul. Call Dennis for the push. Michael Glass, the official, says to Scotty, "Did you get fouled?" Scotty said, "Yeah," and he said, "Okay." And Bobby Hurley picked up about 7 or 8 pounds in the offseason, and he just, the ball game I saw last night, John, he just looked so much more confident about himself and his game.
They're perfect from the free throw line. They've got 6 free throws here this first quarter, and they've done a nice job getting the Bulls. They haven't been able to score many baskets, but they put it from the free throw line.
Make it 17-14 now. Fans start to make some noise. Wennington turns and looks. Oh, Scotty wanted the back door. Out on top, Michael. He'll put up a 2. Off from Brian Grant right there. Kings on a 7-0 run now. Richmond on the wing. And Grant goes to post up. Throws it inside, went off. Walt Williams, out of bounds, Bulls ball.
It went off so fast they thought it went off of Bill Wennington, but the Bulls will put it in play here. The Bulls have stopped their charging to the basket. Got a nice lead and take their time now.
Harper. And a blocking foul called. And the Kings a little surprised.
Yeah, Walt Williams stepped out. Looked like he did a nice job of guessing what was coming up here. Look at him step out in front of Ronnie Harper, but he was still moving on the play. 9-0 run seemed to be the vogue here. The Bulls went on 1, and now they've come on 1. And Chicago has missed their last 5 shots. Harper will go to the line. He's been there 1 time. He split a pair of free throws. He's got 3 points in the game.
Tony Kukoc gets set to check in. And Johnny, do you know that tomorrow is Big Saturday?
I bet.
Big Saturday. Clemson against Maryland at 11 here on Sports Channel. Eastern Michigan, Ball State. Then Blackhawks game time at 7. At 7:30 the game. The Hawks and the St. Louis Blues, followed by the Sports Channel report right after. Big Saturday. Bulls lead it by 4 with just over 4 minutes left here in the first period. Hurley. Now Ronnie Harper has Walt Williams and Scotty on Mitch Richmond. This is an interesting set of matchups. Mitch Richmond for 3.
He turned around. They cleared the side out. And he just up and fired. He's got 9. 2 threes. Watch it. Hurley's coming from behind.
Harper. Rodman set a good screen on him. Gets it down low. Fakes. Wennington. He'll take that jumper. Michael with a tip. Rodman tips again. Keeps it alive. And finally Walt Williams gets it. Those are going to go in once in a while, and that's 3 baskets. Inside, Olden Polynice couldn't get it. Gets his rebound, puts it up. Rebound pulled down by Harper. Bulls fill the lane. Michael with Scotty. See if he get the lob. Nope. Mitch Richmond guarded him very well. Michael with Walt Williams. Fades, fires. Nope. And both teams have gone a little cold here.
Yep.
Kings with a chance to take the lead after the Bulls really rolled early.
They started out with Polynice in the center. Now they posted up Williams and Grant. They're the 2 guys. Ronnie Harper picks the foul up, and Hurley will go to the free throw line.
Tony will check in. And we'll get a timeout after this replay. Huh? I did it? You bet. 3:09 left first period. The Bulls lead Sacramento by a point. Wins 2 years ago, 28. Last year, 39 wins. They're one of the good young teams in the NBA.
Good young team. The trade they made for Mitch Richmond was a great one. Walt Williams, a good player. Brian Grant. And, of course, they got Gary St. Jean as their coach. And I've always liked Gary, disciple of Don Nelson, and he's done a great job.
And I guess the guy that, to me, there's Gary, one of the good guys, too. Lionel Simmons is a guy that has just become lost with this NBA team. He just doesn't play at all.
You're right.
Tony Kukoc comes in as Ronnie Harper will sit down. This is a very big lineup now that the Bulls put on the floor.
Bulls, since the last time out, went 1 for 10. They've started off very well, shooting 6 out of 11, and then the eyes have been open.
Bobby Hurley hits the first. Gary St. Jean kidding Michael now.
They're perfect from the free throw line.
He says, can you come over here, play for us for a little while? And the Kings take the lead, Redhead, 19-18. Sacramento leads the Bulls.
9 for 9 from the free throw line.
And now Tony playing a little point guard. There is no way Bobby Hurley can guard.
Look at this.
Here comes Bill Winnington across.
Illegal.
It's got to be illegal. They got 3 guys. Everybody, in fact, is across the side. Who did they finally call it on?
Walt Williams. Yeah.
That's hard to do because he's guarding Scotty, the guy with the ball.
They looked down and saw Tony taking the little guy down low.
There's just no way Bobby Hurley.
Somebody get open and you got a shot. Tony's got the best vision of anybody here.
There it is.
He's got the greatest vision. Rodman just roaming the baseline, picks up an easy basket.
And the Bulls take the lead right back, coming up on 2.5 left here in the first period. This is the matchup you talked about. Walt Williams with Tony Kukoc on him. Grant gets it inside and puts it in. Dennis Rodman's had a little problem with Brian Grant tonight.
Michael now is in the hole on Hurley.
Scotty with a wide open 3. This is going to be like a shooting gallery.
They're going to try to double and take advantage to help Hurley. It's going to leave somebody open all the time. Pip with 10 points. He's got 2 threes.
Marshallonis will check in now. They got to get bigger. Hurley penetrates inside and
Carried it.
Here's the sub. Marshallonis checks in along with Michael Smith. Olden Polynice and Bobby Hurley will check out. So now Michael will go to a little point guard action. Pass and go through the Bulls start with a 2-guard high. Tony makes the move, penetrates, gets it over to MJ. Boys, this team just flat got weapons. Rodman inside, look for Winnington. Scotty over to Bill Winnington on the wing, partially blocked. Rodman got it. 2 on the shot clock. 1.
They didn't get it up to hit the rim. Rodman did great work, but
didn't the shot hit the rim?
The first one did, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it hit the rim.
Rodman working. There's good work. Bill gets just a piece of it by Michael Smith. 14 seconds.
It's a battle of the tattoos. Brian Grant and Dennis Rodman wins that easily. Scotty with Richmond on him. Tony trying to post up with a much stronger Marshallonis. He's really muscling as Bill Winnington goes in. Looked like he got fouled. No call. Williams down the floor. Richmond inside. Brian Grant and Dennis Rodman will be called for the foul.
Rodman's second foul.
Foul is on Rodman. His second.
So Brian Grant will get a couple.
They've been perfect here at the free throw line. 9 for 9. First quarter.
Good job. I knew you could do it.
Grant was perfect too. He was 4 for 4. He's got 6 points in the game.
Bulls lead is at 1 with 1:05 remaining here, first period. MJ with it on the wing. Tony goes over, sets the screen. The Bulls start center opposite. Fakes the give back to Scotty. Tony had it knocked away, got it back. Marciulionis very physical against Kukoc. Tony spins in and got fouled by Sarunas Marciulionis, and Jason Caffey will check in.
That's the best mismatch on the floor. The guy that takes Tony, let Tony go into the lane and just wheel deal. He'll hit the open man. He got Dennis an easy basket. Jason Caffey comes in for Dennis. Comes in for Dennis Rodman.
Randy Brown will check in. Mitch Richmond is really giving it to Randy Brown, too, at half court. He is really giving it to him. First one goes in. There they are.
Former teammate.
He was hollering at him the whole time out. Michael was sitting. And there's Caffey with a rebound. But it just wouldn't fall. Tyus Edney set to check in. He broke my heart in the NCAA tournament last year. Smith goes inside. Walt Williams. And this is what this team does pretty well, John. They can throw that entry pass to a man who's power right down inside, and they just go right up strong. Brown gets it back to Scotty. Now Wennington comes across. They don't have the floor very well balanced. Brown on the wing with Marciulionis, who tapped it away.
Time running.
Shot clock at 4. At 3. Tony has to force one up, and the foul on Walt Williams.
That's a third on Walt Williams.
And here comes Tyus Edney. Mitch Richmond will check out.
I recall, didn't he sprain an ankle?
It was his wrist or something in the championship game. It was something.
Did not play, right.
In the NCAA championship game that his team won. Tyrone Corbin will check in.
It's been a lot of teams, Ty Corbin, and he's always produced wherever he's played. Phoenix.
Utah. He played pretty well for Utah. Yep. They really liked him up there. Tony Kukoc. And the Bulls come out with a little token pressure here. Edney, good ball handle. Over to Marciulionis. Good move. 2 seconds. 1 second left in the quarter, and Ty Corbin's shot is off. We played one period here at the Mark in Moline, and the Bulls lead Sacramento 26-24.
Bulls. Now let's get it back courtside to Tom and Johnny.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah?
You're right. I think it's a good job by Tony, but I don't think Phil is going to go for that because he's not going to run into a Bobby Hurley situation all the time. But now we'll have Steve Kerr join Randy Brown in the backcourt if Michael sits down.
Byron Houston checks into the lineup, former Bull. Steve Kerr comes in for the Bulls. Wennington, Caffey, Brown, and Kukoc. Corbin, Smith, Marciulionis, Edney, and Byron Houston. They like what they've seen from Houston. He's really played well for them here early going.
He's a big body and rebounds well.
6'5", 6'6". Turns and looks, fakes and shoots.
Lightning quick fake to his left, and that's all he needed was a little look at the hoop.
Edney with Kerr right there on him. Fake the shot.
Good play. He made a good play. Drew Steve Kerr into a foul, and no.
He's a rookie. Called. He's a rookie. Lob inside. Jason Caffey with the strong lower body. And he'll get used to not fading away. Edney down low for Byron Houston. Houston spins, fakes, gets it out to Marciulionis, who'll put it up from 17.
And shoot that pill.
So make it 28-26 now. Bulls with the lead. Caffey gives it back to Randy Brown. Goes in, had it blocked, and a foul called. Randy Brown will go to the line for a couple.
It's a nice play when that weak side forward jumps out, gets the ball, clears the side out for the guard coming across, and here comes Randy Brown. He goes on up, and Michael Smith comes in for the foul and a little bit of body work.
That's the one where Jason Caffey, once he hands that off, it's got to go right to the basket, because there's a chance he misses it. The defense follows him, and you're just right there to tap it in.
Randy Brown, when he played with Sacramento, at 5 points a game. Makes both free throws here.
And Randy Brown will pick up the personal foul. Got a hand check.
Foul is on Brown.
Boy, I hate that hand check rule. I hate that thing. Marciulionis with it in the backcourt will bring it across. Jason Caffey comes over to help a little bit. And threw it away off Steve Kerr's leg out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock. Anybody got any hot tea?
The weather is not conducive either.
Oh, man, it's killing me. Houston backs in, puts it up. Nope, rebound tapped, and Wennington lost it. Michael Smith puts it in.
He does a good job of keeping it alive. He is their answer to Rodman. He goes hard to the board, build and control that rebound very well.
Steve Kerr picked his dribble up. Wennington had to come and help, and the Bulls getting forced further and further as the Kings are denying the passing lanes. There's what happens, though. Rebound tapped away and tipped out of bounds. It'll be Sacramento ball on the side. Johnny, when you deny like that and end up at the basket, eventually you're going to have somebody wide open somewhere on the floor with a really good shot.
And it was Steve Kerr had the shot he looked for.
Byron Houston gives it over to Sharunas Marciulionis. He'll come inside, give it over to Houston, who missed it, tipped it, missed it. Marciulionis lost it. Randy Brown, and that's what his quick hands can provide. Tony comes down the lane, and he got bumped and a foul called. Byron Houston raises his hands up as if to say, I didn't move. Official says, well, you did.
Foul is on Houston.
Tony had a tough time getting that ball across the midcourt, but he draws a foul.
Boy, they are really playing hard defensively. Tony for a three as Marciulionis gets it out to Ty Edney. Edney wanted Corbin to stay with him. Loose ball on the floor, thrown up. Michael Smith couldn't get it. Rebound, Bill Wennington. Out to Randy Brown. Quickly, here come the Bulls. Jason Caffey moves in, spins, and he walks. It was a pretty move, but he needed one more dribble.
No argument from the Bulls bench. They thought it was a little bit of a dance song that he went in there with. 30-28, Bulls by 2.
When you're on the green, you can say you can hear the band, right? You're dancing. Edney behind a good screen by Smith. Draws it in and throw it right to Randy Brown. Now Tony running hard. Brown gets it to Kukoc. Tony hanged and laid it in. Hung and laid it in. And it's 32-28 now, Bulls with a lead.
Well, Randy Brown doing what he's supposed to do, coming up the ball defensively.
I like him coming off the bench. I like what he offers to this Bulls team.
Tony guessed right. Run, Jason. Oh, boy. And Jason has got a slam in 3 out of the 4 games. Pip loves it. They're all over the place. Oh, a gigantic slam. They'll call a 20-second timeout. This is really something. A great save. A great save in the backcourt. Watch this. A great save by Tony. Throws it over his head to Kerr. Kerr comes down to Brown. Brown takes one look. Here he comes Jason. Whoa! And the Bulls bench comes flying up. Tony guessed right. Throws it back. Saves it. Kerr up to Brown. Brown, watch Jason coming. Pacing himself. Here he comes. And wow, monster slam.
See it again.
One more look from the back. Watch Jason just slowly get himself in a lane, and now he had to. It was good he kept the spacing there. He slowed down and did a good job, and we'll take one more look at it.
Tony with the save. I get a chance this time. Kerr, and I like the quick pass down the floor. Jason keeps the spacing so Edney can't guard both of them. Ty Edney looks at that and says, you know what, you go ahead. I don't think I'll get in your way. So Sacramento will throw it in. Smith gets it into Edney. 8:30 remaining. Bulls running very well so far. See the fast break points as Edney brings it across.
Offensive foul on Smith. Michael Smith set a screen on Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr nursing a little bit of a mouse he picked up in practice. He says, but that's the way the game is played.
There he is. You can still see that. Again, picks up that dribble very quickly. Bulls with the 2-guard front. Steve Kerr, instead of going to the corner, goes away. And they'll have a 2-man game. Tony Kukoc and Bill Wennington. Wennington faked it. Goes baseline. Randy Brown from there. And Byron Houston, who the Bulls knew could rebound when they drafted him. What was it? 2 years ago? 3 years ago, John?
And they traded him for Rodney McRae.
34-28. Bulls with the lead as Edney finds Smith inside, and Bill Wennington picks up the foul.
Wennington's first foul. Smith, a 50% shooter, second on their team in drawing fouls, and has a tough time, a mixed bag when he goes to the free throw line.
Dickie Simpkins will check in. Let's see if Dickie comes in for Bill Wennington and tries to play a little center. Who is it? Yep, that's what it's going to be. Well, this is what the Bulls coaches have talked about, and I would think, as the ball is tipped out to Marshallonis, I would think Jason Caffey is going to be a better backup center, Johnny, because of the lower body strength that he has, the strength in his hips and his legs. He's going to be hard to push out of the way.
Well, as long as he doesn't have to play against Georgie Murison and the huge Sean Bradley and guys like that. Yeah. If he faces guys that are under 7 foot, he should do a good job.
Caffey taken in by the fake.
Well, let me have one chance here and wish a very happy birthday to my very best friend, my wife Betsy, who's with me today. I told her I'd treat her to dinner in downtown Moline. Long way from Mitchell's, but
you are a big guy. You do something like that. So did you already go out, or are you going out afterwards?
Well, I took her to the press room.
You big spender, you.
I know.
34.
I'll get her the coffee to go on the way home.
Oh, man. Stop at the road stop, huh? Caffey on top for Randy Brown. Over to Tony. Kerr thought about it. Caffey with 10 on the shot clock now. Out to Randy Brown. Bulls got to balance the floor and get something here. Brown penetrates and he got fouled. Tyrone Corbin hollered that he didn't get the foul, and he said, "You're right. It's on the rookie, Tyus Edney." Michael Jordan will come back in.
He wasn't shooting. He was going to the hoop, but he... Michael still has a tough time in these preseason games finding who to report to. He just checked in with you and I.
We told him, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael. And this is interesting as the Marshallonis tips it away. See, John, this again is something Phil Jackson is trying to work out. He wants different people in different situations. Now we get a timeout. We'll talk about it when we come back. 6:59 left. First half. Bulls lead it by 4.
Oh, yeah. That could even read we.
Scottie Pippen will check in.
Johnny Ligmanowski doing another great job here, running some water down to you and I so we can talk.
Yeah, but he stole my hat. Bulls 3 of 7 from long range, 2 of 4 for Sacramento, and a foul called. Johnny, the thing I was talking about when we went to the break is Phil Jackson wants to use different people in different situations so that they get used to those situations, because during the games, obviously, you're going to have people in this kind of thing. So I think what he's trying to show here now is with a little bit smaller lineup to see exactly what they can get done. And you'll see different lineups all throughout the game. Tony looking for Scotty, and now Brown with the post up on Ty Edney. I like Randy Brown. Loves it when the coach says, "Hey, go post up."
Yeah.
Coming up on 6.5 remaining in the first half as Corbin goes on top for Smith. Bulls playing the passing lanes just a little bit more effectively now.
Keep Smith out there, Tony. Give him some room. Don't let him.
And Randy Brown called for the hand check. Our next television game on Sports Channel will be on Monday night. We'll be in South Bend as the Bulls will take on the Seattle Supersonics. Sean Kemp and the boys will be there.
You know what happens whenever we get to South Bend and you're near Benton Harbor and
I sure
those
do.
places, St. Joe River. It might be time for you and I to do a little steelhead fishing.
I think we're going to try and catch one or two on Tuesday. Right? Michael down the floor looking for Dickey Simpkins in the jam.
Good no-look pass, and that's that center sprint out that they use.
Coaches always say when the big guys run the floor, good things happen. Mitch Richmond will check in. Marshallonis. Over to Edney for a three. Ty Edney, their second-round draft choice, or number 2 draft choice, I should say. Pip. And again, the Bulls go with 2 guards. Michael goes into post up, and Marshallonis got it.
Take a look at the little highlight here. No look pass. Look at this. No look down. Here comes Dickey running. He takes it down from Tyus and deposits it in the net.
So Michael will go to the line. The nice thing, I mean, when you get a pass from a guy like Michael, is it is exactly where you want it. You can catch it in stride and go in and slam. Richmond comes in along with Brian Grant. Byron Houston leaves, and so does Marshallonis. And all the flash bulbs that are going off as this guy shoots. Not easy. Brian Grant gets double teamed, gets it to Richmond. Fires it down the floor and finds Grant. Michael comes over, tries to skip it, loose ball. Brian Grant gets it right back, tosses it inside, and Scotty got it.
That was a good display of all defensive team players.
Tony comes inside, dished it, and out of bounds, Bulls ball. Go ahead, explain what you just said.
You saw Michael come over, all defensive player, and strip the ball. They couldn't pick it up, and then they tried to pass it underneath, and Scotty comes up with it, who led the league in steals last year.
Michael fakes the shot. Nice pass inside. Dickey lays it in.
Nice job. Dickey would have taken it right up last year. That time he waited for the traffic to clear. Nice job.
And timeout Sacramento. 4:56 left first half, and the Bulls lead at 42-33.
Takes his man in the corner. Now Michael Jordan is right next to him, and he sees him put the ball down. Michael goes after it, gets a piece of the ball. Now watch Scottie Pippen. He knows we don't have complete control, so he drifts right to the top of the free throw line, knows there's a man underneath. The pass comes down. Scotty's long arm grabs it. The Bulls come up with another turnover. Nice job.
And the points off turnover is huge. 16-2 in favor of the Bulls. Richmond and Randy Brown again laughing with each other. Corbin gives it back to Edney. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first half. Edney looking down for Brian Grant as Randy Brown came over to help. And that's a technical foul.
Yes, sir. That's the second one. Called on the Bulls, so Richmond will go to the free throw line and shoot the free throw. Doesn't he look like a mean man? He is one of the nicest guys you'll meet, but
you sit and
everybody's got that basketball face.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Look at Michael over talking to him. And Corbin will trigger it inbounds. Smith, and it's like you said, get away from him. Get flat away from him. Because there's nothing he's going to do but lose it. There it is. Thank you.
Turnover, right?
I
Good
appreciate
defense.
him doing
Scotty jumped out, helped Tony out.
He has no business out there. Kukoc. Michael comes across, top of the circle, turns and looks right at the basket, now finds the open man, and it's Scotty.
Scotty Pippen with 12.
44-33 now. Why were they doing all those red curl wigs before the game? What was that all about? Brian Grant backs in against Dickey and puts it up. He'll get fouled.
What's the other player that the Knicks got from Sacramento that forward? They were running mates together. Think of his name here in a minute.
Boy, it's early in the year. Brown finds Michael on the wing. Backs in, fades against Richmond. It's an air ball. Out to Simmons. Into the corner, Randy Brown. He was going up into the stands looking for that ball.
He was.
All right, Sonny, you're telling me that the Knicks, as Dennis Rodman will come back in, that the Knicks got somebody else. All right. Let me think about this.
Yeah, he played with another steal by the Bulls.
Randy Brown takes it in and got it. Johnny, this defense can be just outstanding. Edney lobs it inside. Simmons puts it in.
Lionel Simmons.
Kukoc makes the move inside and a foul called. Well, Bulls pretty well.
Look at Michael. Watch him. He's going to take a shot. Here he goes. Well,
he was there.
He was on the runway, ready to go. Got there, but
Simmons gives it back to Ty Edney. Randy Brown almost got a piece of the ball. Finally, they find Simmons.
Travel. Look at that. They had distressed them all the way down the court. Didn't steal the ball. Finally, the open man got it. And in his excitement, trying to put the ball up, travel. Tony Kukoc goes out. Rodman comes in. There, they give him all kinds of distressful things, and then they just turn it over.
Simpkins on top for Scotty. Hip with Simmons or with Richmond on him, and 3 seconds called on the Bulls. No, that was Dickey or Dennis Rodman. 48-37. Bulls with a lead. 2:45 remains first half. Richmond looks inside for Brian Grant. With Dickey on him. Grant comes in, makes the move. Michael got a piece of it. Oh, he came down. Everybody's all right. Everybody's all right. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. That was dangerous. That was close.
They went up for the shot. There's the shot. Michael goes up to block the shot, and here comes Rodman. They come down, and oh boy, that's lucky nobody did get hurt on that play.
Michael might have twisted something. He's got that disgusted look on his face.
Rodman made a block the other night in the United Center that way. Remember, he came across on a hook shot and just broke it right up.
It's a major league play. MJ looking for the lob. Now they'll go to the other side. Hip with 5 on the shot clock moves inside off the glass out to Michael. Fresh 24. He didn't need it. Rebound tipped out. Randy Brown tapped it. Can the Bulls get it? No, Ty Edney right there. Simmons comes inside to Brian Grant for the jam. But here come the Bulls right back down the floor. Lob for Michael.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Pip up to Michael Jordan. Yeah, that'll take some dust right out of that net. Woo. Listen to this crowd. They love it.
Bulls lead it now 50-39. Edney on the top, brings it to the right side. Brian Grant hollered at Michael Smith saying get out of the way, and now they want the same thing. They want Mitch Richmond one-on-one with Randy Brown. Richmond as the shot clock goes off.
Good little job here by Randy Brown. He wouldn't give Richmond that little turnaround jumper, and they will take a timeout with 1:19 and talk about it, Tom.
Timeout Sacramento with a 50-39 Bulls lead, and this crowd likes it at the mark.
And watching Jordan play, and they get a chance here. This game, by the way, was booked way back when, before Rodman was here, and fans got a chance to see him and emulate him a little bit. Oh, here we go. Kid's got
his 45.
That's Shasky's jersey. John Shasky wears that jersey now. All right, here we go. Scotty inbounds to Brown, and a minute and 19 left in the second quarter.
Rodman. Out to Michael. MJ, long deuce, rattles home. 52-39 now, Bulls with a lead. Less than a minute left in the first half. Edney gets it to Simmons inside. Mitch Richmond throws it in as Randy Brown went flying. 52-41, Bulls lead it now as Michael gets double teamed, finds Scotty. Boy, you double team somebody here, and you are in. There are just so many players, so many weapons.
Richmond and Michael getting a little physical on the side.
Bulls with the reverse. Randy Brown and Dennis Rodman inside Scotty. Out to Randy Brown for three. Short, and the Bulls can almost run it out now. Michael, a long two.
Didn't take Rodman long to figure where his bread was buttered, did it? Get the rebound, find Mike.
Queens want the last shot. You see the shot clock and the game clock. That's what's left in the first half. Richmond will just wait. Dennis Rodman over to double team, and a blocking foul called on Randy Brown with 5.7 seconds remaining.
Watch, Rodman's coming over to help here on the side. I think you're going to like to watch Randy Brown play a little bit.
Tony will check in. Randy Brown probably checked out.
Richmond shoot a couple free throws here. Rodman and Michael, where are you? Where are you? There it is, 23. Michael just inside, just over to collegiate 3. Rodman, you like it? Yeah, he did. Let me hear it.
Steve Kerr comes in as Randy Brown checks out.
The Bulls will have one long distance shot here.
5.7 seconds left in the half. Richmond couldn't get it. Rodman gets it out to Pip. Back to Tony. Ty Corbin with the steal, and Tyrus Edney's shot would not count. Oh, they say it would have. Well, didn't matter. We played one half of basketball here in Moline. The Bulls lead Sacramento 54-42. Now let's go back to the studio one more time. Here's Steve Cashel. 26-46, or Sacramento 46%. Bulls 44%, 20 of 45. 26 to 45 shots. What a huge differential. Free throws, not much different, just 4 different there. Turnovers 17-5, and how about the points off turnovers? 20-5. Leading scorers in the first half now. Sacramento, Mitch Richmond had 12. Brian Grant had 11 for the Bulls. Pip had 12. And Michael Jordan with 11. I really wanted to see Jimmy on the jet ski. I really did. Hey, next Saturday. Oh, look at this. Benny the Bull. You have some competition from this guy. I love that. Are those horns on the side? Yeah.
Looks like my grandson in there.
Next Saturday, I'll be a busy man, Mr. Kerr.
And you'll be where?
I will be at the Calb as NIU takes on Cincinnati. 3:05 at Husky Stadium. Chico Rivera and I will be there to call the action here on Sports Channel. Be a good football game. Good chance to see Northern. They've on once before.
Well, here's Ron Arthur and Michael Glass, the 2 Continental Basketball Association officials, who are working the game tonight.
Is that one of them there?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking. You know how I am. Questions. Along with the Big Red, I'm Tom Dorr.
And here we go.
You betcha. Ronnie Harper will bring it up for the Bulls. Finds Scotty on the wing. Walt Williams right there. And again, they come out very aggressively playing the passing lanes. Harper waits, finds Michael, or finds Scotty inside. Luke couldn't hang on. Molden Polonese gave him a little hip check. Polonese will come into your picture. There he is. Lost his mouthpiece. Walt Williams looks down low for Brian Grant. He and Dennis Rodman in a shoving matchup. Williams. Michael comes over to help to Mitch Richmond. Baseline 3 blocked by Ronnie Harper. Second one got partially blocked. And an air ball, Bulls ball.
Clock violation, you're right. Never did get up, didn't hit the rim. Good defense. Ronnie Harper came over and blocked that shot. take a quick look at it. Blocked that shot, and then he never could get it up quick enough. Ronnie blocked it the second time.
Luke with the jump hook. Boy, that would be a great weapon for him to have. If he could consistently toss that down.
Absolutely. He's not going to get the ball that much, so you got to make the majority of your shots. Got to make 60% of it.
56-42, Bulls with the lead. Williams goes into the corner. Mitch Richmond with a wild shot. Rodman gives it back to Michael. Boy, he runs the floor well. And again, finds MJ. You're right. He's got this all figured out as Michael gets fouled. Bobby Hurley got run over.
A little two-man game between Rodman and Michael. And come on, Mike, get this ball. I don't want this ball. Michael takes it on in. Hurley just sort of slips and falls, picks up the foul. MJ had to open the first quarter with a 3-point field goal and then put the rest of his points in the second quarter.
How do you shoot with all these flash bulbs going on? I mean, this is wild.
Well, I think it'd be new for some other. If Scotty was going to go on the rim, but didn't have to go up there. I think other people it might bother a little bit. Doesn't bother him. He's had this attention for so many years.
Yeah.
Off his foot. Hurley
almost lost it. Gets it ahead. Walt Williams with the jam. Every once in a while, when you get pressure, Johnny, when you give pressure, you're going to get beat like that. But the key is to win more of those battles. Harper, double teamed by Polonese. Now Luke posts up. Here's the triangle. Michael goes away, sets the screen for Scotty. Luke with 2 in a row.
Went with the, he waited for the cutters beautifully. It wasn't there, and then when it's not there, that opens it up for you. You take it one-on-one and made that little left-hand hook.
Bulls always used to go to Bill Cartwright early in each half. Try and get a little contribution from him, get the inside game going, and then make things happen other places. It'd be nice if they could get that from Luke. Richmond with 6 on the clock. While Williams moves inside, that was short, and he's right there to put it in, and Dennis Rodman is furious with himself. Harper brings it across with Hurley right there on him. Luke wants the lob. Can he get 3 in a row? Luke inside. Nope, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. And see, and look at Michael. Michael goes right up to him, and Michael's going to say the same thing. Tear the rim down when you're right there. Just take that as hard as you can. Don't miss those.
Luke will shoot 2 free throws here now.
Working on Dennis Rodman's right hand. Chip shaper.
Is he taping them together? Or
yeah. Middle finger and his ring finger. There you see it. And doing the same thing on the left hand.
Yeah, there's Ann says maybe he was getting a nail stung there.
He might have chipped one. You hate it when that happens. 62-46. Bulls with a lead. 9.5 left, third period. Williams gets it back to Polonese. He's dribbling all day. Luke finds him. He has to pick up his dribble.
13 seconds. They're still at half court. Now let's see what they come up with.
Richmond almost double dribble. Finds Polonese. Little out of his range, but he drops it in anyway. 62-48 now. Bulls. Scotty down the floor lays it in.
Nicely done. He didn't give it away that pass was coming over his head. He sort of looked the guy off.
And Johnny, when you get 4 guys that can run the floor, the problems you give other teams is Bobby Hurley dishes off, and Mitch Richmond got it and is fouled by Luke. The problems you give other teams in that transition game are big because you got 4 guys that can get down the floor in a heartbeat.
All right, this is the bad play. Richmond gets the ball and makes the basket, goes to the free throw line. You cannot give him the layup.
Both.
Puts it
Can't
off
give
the
them both.
glass.
Yeah. (64-51). Bulls with the lead. 8:45 left here, third period. Harper gets it to Scotty, over to Michael. Luke posts up again and gets it. Luke comes inside, spins, got him in the air. Nice move, blocked away by Brian Grant. Luke saved it, but it went right to Grant. Richmond off of Grant's head, out of bounds. Bulls ball.
No, off the head. Off the other. He didn't see it, off the other guy's head. There it is. And it goes right off the head of Brian Grant.
And look at him. He's mad. Well, ends up doesn't matter. Out to Ronnie Harper. Watch Scotty.
Offensive foul. Man, that's 2 calls in a row I don't agree with. Ronnie, now watch him jerk and go to the middle. Richmond's still sliding. You got to stand there.
Yeah, you got to be set. (64-51). Bulls with the lead. 8 minutes 10 seconds left here, third period.
42 they call. Oh, Ronnie had to steal. Now they come with the foul.
Michael picked that one up. No. Ronnie Harper got it.
That's Harp's 4th.
Ronnie came in.
They call 42. I thought it might be one of those stupid plays. You look at the guy's jersey and say Walt Williams is going to get this one.
You never designed it.
It wasn't.
Williams from 17. Harper. Quick pass out to Michael.
That's Dennis. Nope.
Offensive foul. They'll get Dennis on the foul, and Dennis doesn't like it
Dennis
much.
Rodman giving him what for on the play. That's his 3rd foul. A little running screen. It was pretty good.
They might have let that go in the regular season. Bobby Hurley, baseline jumper, and again, very quick outlet pass from Harper over to Michael. Fakes, got him in the air, and hit it.
They score quickly on the break. MJ with 15.
And it's the Bulls' lead with 7.5 remaining in the third. Hurley between the circles. Ryan Grant posting up. Wants to come inside. Michael comes across to help. Hurley over to Richmond. 2 on the shot clock. Richmond runs over Dennis Rodman. Out to Ronnie Harper. Ahead to MJ. Bulls are 2 on 4. Michael lets it fly anyway. And Polynice right there. Oh, Michael almost had it. And the official just took Mitch Richmond out of the play. They got a jam. The official ran into Richmond, and Mitch Richmond is down. Looks like he might be all right. Harper back to Pip. He won't even come into your screen in this play. Well, now he will as Olden Polynice. And here comes Mitch Richmond, and we got a timeout. 6:42 left third period. 66-53 Bulls with the lead.
Now to Tom and Johnny.
Yeah, we thought that he might have broken a nail there and was getting it fixed, but that's it.
Richmond and Jordan with 15 each as Michael takes the inbound pass. Luke pops out. Down low looking for Scotty. Good defense by Walt Williams as Pip comes over. And a loose ball foul on Scotty. That's a good call.
I don't necessarily agree. The guy was rolling on the floor with the ball. What? He just goes down. Now he's down. There's no foul. He goes down to tie up the ball.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Williams on the wing. Has it on top. Finds Mitch Richmond. And Scotty took a little foul on Ronnie or Scotty.
That's his 5th if it's on Harper.
Yep.
Said I got the ball.
Can't tell. Williams with it on the right side. Makes the move.
Give me a break. You're going to go one-on-one on Michael, clean aside?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's not very smart basketball. The big guy's going to take Mike one-on-one. And here they come down now. Michael with the ball, looking for the bullet pass. No look. Down the lane. Here it goes. Harp into Scotty. Scotty goes up and takes a shot and gets fouled. And Tony Kukoc getting ready to step into the game. Pitt misses the free throw.
Ronnie Harper will sit. So again, the big lineup comes on the floor.
Oh, Phil can have some fun.
Oh, can he?
Can he? Looking out there.
Michael, here goes MJ.
He and Tex sit there and say, let's try this combination.
It's like you're working with a recipe and everything's good You're just trying to find out which ones will work at different times. Hurley comes off the high screen. Looks for Richmond, who has it. Lets fly top of the circle, and Dennis is right there. So Scotty.
Well, they say they don't talk to each other, but I heard him holler, Dennis, Dennis. And Pip pounds it through. He's got 17. Another rebound for Dennis on a fast break. The crowd here loves it, and I'm sure they're going to love it in Chicago when they see this.
Walt Williams, the off-balance jumper, and Rodman there again, got fouled by Mitch Richmond. Scotty just went over and gave him a good high five. And Dennis Rodman will get a couple.
Puts the body on the man. He knows which side the ball is going on. I mean, he just actually knows. And there he hears Pip holler a little bit. Pip goes in and just hammers it down. Rodman to the line for a couple of free throws. He hasn't been there too often.
Got the first. He's got one more coming.
He's made 4 out of 5, or 5 out of 6 now so far this year.
Tell you what, for two guys that don't talk much, Scotty congratulates him every time. Now, Scotty on the runway, but got blocked off. 70-53, Bulls with the lead. Ryan Grant, Sherlonis Marcellonis checked in. Richmond wants it. Boy, with this lineup, it is tough to guard the Bulls. Olden Polynice couldn't get it. Brian Grant with the offensive rebound in all kinds of traffic. Michael knocked it away, gets it ahead. MJ and Scotty.
Whoa! Runaway Express. Michael Tong out, full time extension, and Gary St. Jean says we got to stop this express.
Timeout, Sacramento. 4:58 left in the third. The Bulls are rolling.
Takes their shot. Sure enough, the Bulls outscoring the Kings right now, 23-8 with the fast break.
And doing the job here in the third period, 72-53. Williams gets it across the timeline, 13 on the shot clock. Inside, throw it away. Boy, I love this defense. Man, can they just flat guard somebody. Maybe they guard everybody. Tony looking for Luke, trying to post up. There it is. Luke a little bit further out on the floor than he'd like. Oh. He was looking for Tony. Rodman was looking for Tony. Mitch Richmond comes off the screen from Brian Grant. Luke right there to help out inside. Grant puts it in.
Nice little turnaround. Nice movement by Grant. He's got 15.
72-55 now. Bulls with the lead. Kukoc on top, finds Michael. Scotty comes over. Started to play the two-man game. Now MJ all alone with Marcellonis.
He knows he can shoot over. He knows he can do that.
Like that?
Yep.
Rodman.
Listen to Rodman get the great hand. All those guys with the red wigs on, too, are taking a bow.
A blue-collar kind of area. Chicago, Moline, the Midwest loves this.
Oh. He tried to throw it to Luke instead of putting up on the glass, and either Rodman, Phil didn't like that. What's your recipe for success? Look at this.
Defense, defense, and defense. Opponent's field goal percentage, points per game, and rebounds, just outstanding. Average margin of victory, 20. Marcellonis wants to make the move. Long jumper with Scotty, and Olden Polynice with a rebound. Walt Williams can hit the three. And Dennis Rodman right there. Down the floor for Tony. He'll let fly.
They've got a lot of baskets out of Rodman's pitch outs.
Williams backs in against Tony. Hand check against Tony. Phil Jackson just looks at him and holds out that forearm. Says you got to guard him that way. You can't put the hand on the hip. Michael Smith will check in. Olden Polynice comes out.
Take a quick look here at this replay. Watch Dennis tip the ball up in the air, get control of it, and watch it. I don't know. He's got great vision. I didn't see him down there. And look at this. Tony just posts up, takes the little J. Go. 2 free throws by Walt Williams.
74-57 now. Bulls with the lead as Scotty brings it across the timeline. Michael one-on-one again with Marciulionis. He'll let fly again.
Well, he can just flat out shoot. Marciulionis does not have great leaping ability. When Richmond is on him, Richmond can get up and put a hand in Michael's face.
Richmond's a pretty good defensive player.
Yep.
Williams comes down low, runs into Luke, and Luke Longley will pick up the foul. Well, Williams went down hard.
Foul is on Longley.
Big Saturday tomorrow at 11 o'clock. A good ACC game. Clemson and Maryland. Then at 2:30, Eastern Michigan and Ball State. 7 o'clock, Blackhawks game time. Then at 7:30, Hawks and the Blues. St. Louis and Chicago. That's always a good rivalry. Followed by the Sports Channel report right after the game. Jason Caffey comes in.
Luke's got 5 fouls, so he'll sit down.
Big Luke. .76-59 now as Caffey comes in.
Caffey can play with this unit. Now watch Richmond. He can give Mike a little tougher time. Got him on the arm, but
down the floor, Scotty got a piece of it. Marciulionis and a foul on Scotty. Should be after the shot. Scotty pushed him. Scotty says, "Yep, I got him."
Coming right into your living room, right at your Sports Channel camera. He throws it up, and Scotty gave him a little bump.
Steve Kerr will check in. Jason Caffey's got a nosebleed. Caffey may have to come out. Phil wants a 20-second timeout because Jason Caffey has got a nosebleed.
Jack Haley. Oh, look at this guy.
How about that, huh? Wave to the cameras, buddy. Lots of Bulls fans. 76-60. Bulls with the lead. 2:14 left here, third period.
Jonas Marciulionis, Lithuania, makes both of his free throws.
Randy Brown back in for the Bulls. They took care of Caffey's nose. They just plugged it up. Kerr.
Look at it. Williams is going to give him a lot of room.
Marciulionis just muscling Tony as much as he can. Over to Randy Brown from 16. Dennis with the tap, couldn't get it. Rebound finally pulled down by Richmond. Bounces over to Marciulionis. Back to Richmond for 3.
Well, here he comes, steadily pecking away, doing a nice job of it.
It's a 13-point Bulls lead. Kenny Harris, Ronnie McMahon yet to play. 2 guys trying to make this team. Odds are long against him, and a foul called on the push-off.
Michael Smith, his 4th.
He got a lot of pub last year, Michael Smith did, Johnny, as a second-round draft choice who came in and played pretty well.
Goes to the boards real well. Good rebounder.
Reminded me a little bit of Michael Cage.
Yes.
You know, this tough guy, can rebound, doesn't shoot it very much.
Oh, you're right. You're exactly right. That does look like Michael.
Bill Wennington comes in as Dennis Rodman will leave, and he gets a great hand. Tyus Edney will check back in a minute as Caffey makes the free throw. 78-63, Bulls with the lead. Minute 25 remaining. Williams gets the screen. Wennington stays to help. Michael Smith put it up, and Jason Caffey will pick up the foul. Phil Jackson talks to him a little bit.
Smith, an adventure online. Bing, in the hole. That means the next one. See out the back of the ring.
Edney comes in. Here's Jason Caffey. I talked about his lower body, how strong he is. He's got big shoulders, but he's got big, wide hips. Look at him run down the floor. This is a very big man in the lower body and very strong, and Michael Smith picks up the foul. And that's the thing you and I were talking about, how he's going to be able to push and shove against people, the bigger power forwards than some of the smaller centers. He's just not going to give up much room because he's got that good base, that good lower body that you're just not going to be able to push him out of the way.
See, he's got a plug there in his nose to keep the bleeding down.
And of course, after I brag on him all that, there he is from Alabama, the rookie. Boy, they've had some players from Alabama the past few years. Man.
I think they had 4 of them going to draft this year, didn't they?
They had McDice, they had Caffey, had Robert Ory. Grant goes down low, finds Walt Williams on the wing with Tony on him. And Tony get a piece of, that's
now
a
we're going
late call.
Free throw line.
Foul called on Tony, and that ball was almost to the rim before the whistle sounded.
Tony leans in.
I don't know.
Hit him in the hand.
Yeah.
They like that when they say hand is part of the ball. Williams misses a free throw. He's got 12 points in the game. 3 baskets and a ton of free throws. He makes one more.
79-66, less than a minute left here in the third. Caffey up high, turns and looks. Now he'll play one-on-one, spins in, and he got fouled.
He can take the ball, put it down, go to the basket. He's got some nice spin moves, and he's gone, I believe.
He'll have a seat the rest of the game.
Michael Smith with 5 points.
Could be his 6th. Bill Jackson comes over and asks, is it 6 fouls? Yes.
Yeah.
That is 6 personal fouls.
Now they got it.
A little intimidated to blow the horn here at the table.
They are. I noticed that in the first half. Byron Houston comes in. We hate to waste the energy, I guess, right? 80-66 is the Bulls' lead. Caffey, who started out very well at the free throw line this year. Williams comes off the screen, goes baseline. Nice spin move by Walt Williams. That was pretty.
Well, they've knocked it right back down here to 12-point lead. The Bulls started out this quarter big time. They're up 19.
Caffey. Brown had it blocked by Byron Houston. Whittington tried to get it. Marciulionis did. Randy Brown almost got a piece of it. They want one shot. That's what's left third period. Williams brings it to the right wing. You hear Gary St. Jean hollering. A good block by Tony. A good block. It won't count. We played 3 periods here at the mark, and the Bulls lead the Kings 80-68.
It wouldn't have happened. My question to you guys is, through the first 2 weeks of this exhibition season, your feelings on the play of the CBA refs.
I think they've done a very adequate job, Lou, but I still think you need those 3 guys that know the players, know how they play, know how to keep them from them in line a little bit easier. I don't think the players are going to respect anything really said to them by these 2 officials, but you get Mike Mathis and a couple guys saying something, you shape up pretty quickly.
Byron Houston on top throws it away. He was looking for Brian Grant, threw it away, and it's Bulls ball. 80-68. Bulls with the lead. Tyrone Corbin gets set to check in. And Randy Brown.
His 4th. I mean, he just threw the ball off and was running down the lane. I mean, that's incidental contact. There was nothing. It's not a team foul, so you won't get into a penalty that quickly.
Here, Gary St. Jean hollering right side. Edney looks down low for Byron Houston.
Marciulionis.
Oh, yeah. Corbin inside Brian Grant. They got a lot of strength. Grant looks inside. Corbin had it blocked by Tony. Corbin puts it up again. Whittington got that one. Throws it up a 3rd time.
Should have been a jump.
Count it, and a foul on Bill Winnington.
Terrible defense by the Bulls. It's like, didn't Dennis get that rebound? Guys, Dennis is not on the floor. You've got to go to the board. One ball hit the bottom of the board. I think they were looking for traveling. It hit the bottom of the board, came back to him, but Ty Corbin gets the basket.
And Tony there with a rebound. 80-70 now. Bulls with a lead. Caffey goes inside, finds Bill Winnington. Kerr on top. Tony. Back to Steve Kerr. A long deuce for Steve. Marshallonis, boy, he can really fly. Moves down the floor. Got it. Counted, and he's fouled.
Again, a touch foul and a basket. They've got 4 or 5 of those today. You've got to get one or the other. Guys coming down, you got to take the foul. Here comes Marshallonis. Bulls trying to hustle back. Don't get there. Steve Kerr on the foul. And there's another 3-point play.
Johnny, it's a 7-point game now. Kukoc goes by Ty Corbin. And offensive foul on Tony. What did he do? I don't know what he did. I still don't know what he did. It's a 7-point Bulls lead. Edney penetrates. Winnington came over to help. Corbin throws one up from 16. Rebound pulled down by Randy Brown. Kukoc fakes. Makes the baseline move, and he got fouled. Johnny, I think they're intent on calling fouls now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad call, but it's just every play. Caffey was looking for the lob. Instead, Winnington out on top. Tony fakes the 3. Drives inside the rolling hook. Ball tapped out will be Bulls ball. And all momentum and flow has been lost by this contest. Kukoc finds Randy Brown. Inside for Tony. Corbin on him. He'll spin and shoot and couldn't get it. Still 80-73. Byron Houston gets it to Marshallonis. Brian Grant looking for the lob, and Winnington will be called for goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have made some of the easiest baskets I've seen here. Marshallonis down the middle on a little touch. This one over the top. Bill goes up and goaltends the ball.
Just like Vin Baker of Milwaukee with that spin lob.
Yeah.
Kukoc had it knocked away. Here comes Tyrone Corbin inside. It is 80-77 now.
We're going to let him run right through this thing.
Winnington.
These are the guys that really have bailed him out pretty good.
No, not against Bullets. They did a great job. Tony with the fake and the shot. Brian Grant got it.
Color.
Anything
Jump
else.
ball.
Yeah. Randy Brown reached in and it looked like got all ball, and the official standing right there didn't make
That's
the call.
his 5.
It's the official from half court that makes this call.
Tony misses the shot. They go up. Now they both got.
Well, it's a 3-point game. 9-0 this quarter. Corbin inside. Grant, turnaround jump. And the rebound, Byron Houston. It is a 1-point Bulls lead. Kukoc tries to spin, gets it ahead to Randy Brown. Bulls are 0 for the 4th period. 0 for the last 3:15. Kukoc spins, gets it out. Steve Kerr, a long 3.
The first basket comes with 8:34 here in the 4th quarter. That's the first basket by Steve Kerr. It's a 3.
Ty Edney calls the play. Marshallonis flashes. Corbin from 15. May not have been the shot they wanted. Jason Caffey gets it out to Tony. Caffey. Maybe a little
nowhere to go.
Yeah. It's not his role.
No, just pull out to the wing.
And a foul on Randy Brown.
Hear that whistle in my sleep. He's gone. Randy's gone. 6 foul on him. He fouls out with 6 points.
Kenny Harris will check in with 8:07 remaining.
Harper's got 5. Longley's got 5. Kenny Harris comes in.
6 fouls on Randy Brown.
Randy looks at the official and says, I really have 4. He said 4 bad calls. Corbin to Ty Edney.
We're in a penalty here with 8 minutes to play. I thought we'd maybe have a nice game here, a little bit of a breeze, and get on our way home, but not to be time. We're going to be here for a while.
The next television game will be Monday night. Seattle and Chicago. We will be in South Bend. Game time at 7 and tip-off 7:30 here on Sports Channel Monday night. Bulls lead it by a pair as Tony will bring it up. Crowd wants to see a little something happen. Kerr. The only basket the Bulls have in over 4 minutes is Steve Kerr's three-pointer.
9 minutes.
Kenny Harris, baseline jumper, and Byron Houston right there. Gets it out to Marshallonis. Bounces it to Ty Corbin. And we are tied. Here at the Mark in Moline, the Bulls taking on the Sacramento Kings, 83-all with 7.5 remaining in the 4th period. Bulls with just 1 basket in the period. Wellington's baseline jump shot partially blocked, and Lionel Simmons called for, well, you guessed it, a foul.
Well, I think Phil is almost happy to see his team get in a situation. They've blown teams out until now. Now he's going to let them try to play right out of this.
You got yourself into it, get yourself out.
Right.
Show me you can handle this. That's a good point, John.
Wellington has not scratched tonight.
Dickie Simpkins will come in. Jason Caffey checks out. Big Bill second. That's a better shot. A little more arc on it. And it's a 1-point Bulls lead, so the Kings can take the lead here. Corbin comes off the screen. Ty Edney makes the move inside off Harris, puts it in.
It was a major league move there.
Last lead the Kings had was 21-20 with 2:44 left in the first. Simpkins into the corner for Kukoc. Tony with the fake comes inside, finds Dickey from 12. It wouldn't stay. Tony almost got the steal. Marshallonis finds Lionel Simmons, who comes inside. Out to Edney. Corbin with the fake. Shot clock at 8. Got it back off his leg, out of bounds. Bulls ball, and we get a timeout. 6:32 left, and the Sacramento Kings lead the Bulls by 1. You know that Johnny Carson intro? Here's Johnny. He says, I kind of like that. Here's Bushy.
We'll see.
So when you see him around town, just give him the call. Here's Bushy. Kukoc on top for Steve Kerr. Over to Harris.
You got to get the ball up now.
Shot clock at 4, at 3. Dickie Simpkins offensive foul. They're calling for the push. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. These guys, this is an exhibition preseason game. The crowd cannot to see this back and forth. The incidental contact like that. The 3-man officiating team that the NBA puts out here. I mean, you eliminate those things.
Please
Good
come
game
back.
of contact.
Please. Corbin hits the first.
You take away the basket, okay, fine.
Kings with a 3-point lead now, coming up on the halfway point here of the 4th period. Kukoc. Bushler comes across, and Lionel Simmons called for the hold. Johnny, do you know, is there a record for fouls in a quarter? They're checking on the regular season. Preseason, who knows, but they don't keep that stuff. But wow. Simpkins across the floor finds Steve Kerr.
I'm going to tell you something. This is not a roughly played game. And there's more fouls in this game than some games that have been like football.
Yeah. Jeff Stanton, graphics man, as if foul has been called offensive on Marciulionis. You ready for this, Johnny? What? Record for fouls in a quarter, 32. That's a ton. 32 fouls in a quarter. We got a ton here. Bushy. Inside Dickie Simpkins. Dallas and Denver of 82. That multiple overtime games when that was. Simpkins. Shoot it, Bushy. Blocked by Byron Houston.
Good defense that they're playing down here. There's a technical foul on Tony. Tony bounced the ball on sportsmanlike contact, so they will get 3 free throws on this play.
So there was the two. Coach Paxson. Trying to figure out what to do. Kings are, Johnny, on a 20-4 run this quarter. Caffrey will check back in. And Tony will come out. Well, now this is a very interesting lineup. Now Phil's saying, okay, guys, you really got to buckle down. (89-84), Sacramento with the lead. Less than 5 minutes remain.
Bulls do not have a go-to guy on the floor at this stage. They're down by 5.
I think Steve Kerr would be it as Harris comes inside and he just got crushed by Byron Houston. Look at the shoulders on him. Man.
Kenny Harris, 2.
So Kenny Harris with a chance to get into the scoring column here.
And he does. 89-85 now. Kings with the lead. And Jason Caffrey got it after Dickie Simpkins tapped it, and a foul called as Caffrey shoots the turnaround jumper. Lionel Simmons picks up the foul. Dennis Rodman, kind of a chic look there. Shasky, Michael
and Scotty do not like, and neither does Rodman, like the way this goes here. They played very well, and they thought they turned over a winner to their teammates, and
this don't like to lose, John.
Fourth quarter has been.
They say, it's just preseason. These guys just flat don't want to lose. Edney in the lane. Dishes it off. Loose ball. Simmons put it up, and he's fouled. That's the 16th foul of this quarter. Bulls with 11. Sacramento with 5. So we're halfway to that 32 foul record. So the L train, Lionel Simmons hits the first. And it's 90-87. 4:24 remains.
We were trying to think of that name of the other player. And
oh, yeah.
Bonner.
Played with Sacramento, moved down to the Knicks. 91-87 now. Sacramento with a lead. Steve Kerr brings it up the floor on the dribble. Full start with a 2-guard front. Where she comes over to help out. Kerr. Look for the screen. Judd inside. Put it up. Got it. Counted and he's fouled. Byron Houston is the disbelieving offender.
Kerr bounces it.
She's short. Jason Caffey fell down.
And to take a foul.
Got fouled. We got a second. Luke Canellis, what do you got, partner?
Guys, part of the reason the Bulls have lost this lead is their fast break with the second unit has become non-existent here in the third and fourth quarters. And I know, Tommy, you and I talked about it. This Sacramento team can really be tough as nails defensively when they want to. A year ago, they were second best in the league as far as defending field goals, and also they have owned the boards ever since the first unit of the Bulls went onto the bench.
Nice job, Lou. Very true. Caffey ties it up at 91 all. Edney. Over to Marciulionis. And the crowd calls out defense. Marciulionis throws it inside. Byron Houston spins, lost it. Vicky Simpkins right there. Harris accelerates and backs it off on Steve Kerr. Simpkins. Caffey was open. Kerr steps back, long deuce.
Oh, again! Jason Caffey with superb timing. They love it. Oh, man. Jason Caffey.
Timeout Sacramento, 3:24 left, and the Bulls have the lead back. So we got left. Bulls with 3 timeouts. Sacramento with 2 and a 20. Surprisingly, neither team with a foul to get, huh? Corbin sets the screen. Edney comes inside, goes right to the bucket, and foul on Kenny Harris.
Well, a chance to tie it up here with 3:13. Tyus Edney. Nothing but net.
20 of 23 in the second half. Bulls 16.
This quarter they've been pretty good too.
10 of 12, aren't they? Harris across the timeline finds Bushy. On top, Steve Kerr. Into the corner. Bushley. Shot clock at 10. Comes off the screen. Over to Kerr. Right side Harris. Down low. Looking for Dickey. Shot clock at 5. At 4. At 3. 2. Caffey short. And the rebound, Lionel Simmons. Sacramento can take the lead. 2:40 remains. Byron Houston off the glass. Too hard. Steve Kerr. Baseline. Oh, Byron Houston just decked Steve Kerr. And Houston with a rebound. Steve Kerr went through after he passed it off, and Byron Houston said, don't come through here anymore. Defense ball goes out again. Marciulionis inside. Houston for the easy one.
Yeah, he had good position underneath.
Sacramento with the lead now. Coming up on 2 minutes left. And there it is. Harris fakes it, takes it. Oh, Byron Houston
He's
there
got
again.
everything that's there. You better start to try to get the ball to Steve Kerr a little bit, set some screens for him. And he'll go to free throw line again.
Yeah.
Kenny Harris can't stop that.
Hey, coming up, we got big Saturday tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Clemson and Maryland. Maryland needs a win there. 2:30 Eastern, Michigan, Ball State. 7 o'clock, Hawks game time, and at 7:30, the Blackhawks take on the St. Louis Blues. Tomorrow night on Sports Channel, and Phil Jackson wants a timeout. Phil talking to Dickie Simpkins. Get down. Oh, yeah. (96-93). Kings with a lead. They got one more free throw by Ty Zedney. I believe you're right. This man right here has got to get a good shot.
He can't get it by himself. He needs some help. He got to set a screen here on Marcelonis.
Harris. Baseline Dickie Simpkins a little out of his range, but he hits it. And it's a 1-point Sacramento lead. Marcelonis gets the screen. That's a big-time screen. Houston lost it, and a blocking foul on Jason Caffey.
They run the play just the way it's supposed to be run. Pick, roll, man rolls underneath. He gets a nice little left-hand pass down low, and the foul is committed. Great screen that Brian Houston sets. 117. Bulls trail by 1. Need a little help from the free throw doctor. There he is.
And our Chicago Bulls Budweiser player of the game, Dennis Rodman, 7 points and 14 rebounds. He didn't have much time. Oh, 15, they tell us now. 15. So Rodman is our Chicago Bulls Budweiser player of the game.
There's 2 of them.
And the Bulls can take the lead now. Minute 10 remains. Kerr. Baseline, Steve Kerr, hands off. Jason Caffey in traffic, lost it, got it back. Bushy for 2.
You're right, long deuce, and they'll take a timeout. Talk about it. Bushler was looking for 3.
He was on the line.
Bushy went over. Well, they've given the fans some excitement here in the Mark. Down here in Moline.
Been a good show.
It's been a hotbed. Basketball used to be played here in the Tri-Cities many, many years ago, before I was even in the league. 10,802 here at the Mark of the Quad Cities.
Jason Caffey has to be careful of delay of game here. And they'll get it into Corbin. Under a minute remains. Marcelonis, top of the circle, finds Corbin. Marcelonis goes down inside. Has it stripped away, and it's out of bounds. Sacramento. But
Marcelonis wanted to post up Steve Kerr, and they did a nice job. They got the ball on. He got the move off. But
Corbin finds Marcelonis. 10 on the shot clock. Marcelonis runs over Judd Bushler and puts it in.
That was a great professional play. Took it right to the basket, scooped it right above the rim, and the Bulls trail by 1 with 35 seconds to go here.
Caffey into the corner. Go out and set the screen. This would be a tough play. Harris. Judd Bushler. This is a 3.
There it is. That time it's a 3. Now everybody out the court. He loves it. Look at him go. Bushy says, how about that one? They love it. Okay, Bushy said, I was way back that trip. Bushler with 7 points now. We'll take a look at this one. Here he comes. Kenny Harris driving over. Bushy way behind the line. Up he goes. He nails it. And as he comes back, he says, yeah, that was a 3. What do you think? MJ in the same position now. All his other teammates join him. Good decision. Kenny Harris drives the middle and kicks it out. Ty Corbin can't get there. Bushy rings up a 3 to give the Bulls a 2-point lead, 100-98. Here's your last look at it. Here's Bushy.
Yeah.
He runs right through the celebration here. Don't hurt Ronnie Harper.
Oh, man.
Let's hope at this time it's an offensive foul.
Bushy, the man of the hour right now. Bulls lead it by a pair.
We'll see what happens if Marcelonis goes back down into the center position.
Well, he's got to go post up, right? Here it comes.
There's a foul. He just took it right down with his left hand. The Bulls did nothing to prevent the pass in.
Steve Kerr called for the foul. Steve thinks it's a little humorous that he got run over and got called for the foul. High score. And Phil wants a timeout. 22nd timeout by Phil. Oh, Judley with the 7 points as they try and get the crowd rolling.
The crowd is being revved up right now. Playing the introduction, the Bulls introduction song.
Bill Jackson trying to describe what he wants to have done.
Now, it'll be interesting because Tony's not in the game. He's the guy that usually breaks down the defense. Not too many players out there right now can break it down. The last time Kenny Harris saw a little opening to the middle, drove down, they tried to protect, and that's when he found Bushy in the corner. I'm sure you'll find Steve Kerr and Bushler on the wings.
Well, here we go. Please
kind of fun. The third quarter was a free throw shooting contest back and forth, and now here we go. After 2 more free throws by Barcelonas, Bushler will inbound it. They come down and put pressure on him. Simpkins and Jason Cappy up front.
Bushler will get it into Steve Kerr. Judge going down to the left corner. Kerr.
Get over half court.
Gets it right back. That's what's left in the game.
Oh, you got to look at it, Steve.
Bushy.
That's over. That's over. Oh, we got a tie. What am I talking about? It's over. We got a tie. We're going overtime. Whoa. 100.
I can't believe it. We'll have overtime here in Moline. They're tied at 100 coming back. Bushler, Kukoc.
Tony.
Yeah. Dickey, Harper, and Harris.
We were just informed that if this was a regular season game, that 87 fouls would have tied a record for the Bulls involved in a game.
And Johnny, I can't say that I'm very surprised at that. Oh, that was way too soon. Oh well. Edney across the timeline, throws it in the first row. What would Stinky Fryer say on that?
Early right for early rotten. You got that right.
Harper picks up his dribble. Boy, it's been a while since he played. Bushy turns and looks for Kenny Harris. Into the corner, Tony. See again, Tony hasn't played in a while now. It's going to take a couple seconds.
That ball. Oh, wide left.
Florida State. Edney. Back to Ty Corbin. Top of the circle. Long 2. And Bushler with a rebound. Kukoc has it on the wing now. Bulls run the triangle. Bushler comes over. Had it tipped away. Marcelonis. They're 4 on 2. Stops. Gives it inside. Ty Corbin lays it in. And the Kings take the lead. Simpkins with it down low with Byron Houston on him. Muscles it up and shot it
right in. He had to go off the glass with that shot.
Marcelonis followed by Kenny Harris.
The basket. Marcelonis made the nice play to Ty Corbin on the break, and now he makes the basket here. They'll go up by 5 here if he makes this free throw. And it is.
Harris will bring it across the timeline. Has it between the circles, over to Judd on the wing. Down low, Dickie Simpkins. Dickie turns and looks. Backs in against Houston. He's not going to get much from 15. And Tony knocks it out. Offensively, John, it's just not quite working right now.
You can't take post-up jump shots. You got to go to the basket. Everything that they've got in the last quarter has been going to the basket.
5-point Sacramento lead. And it's all been because of this guy. Marshallonis on top for Edney. Edney had it knocked away by Kenny Harris. Harris catches up to it and lays it in. That's a nice play by Harris. And Tony with a steal. Oh, Byron Houston just, pushed Harris out of the way. Will Jackson up a little concerned about the no call. Yep, that's just what Phil's talking about. Houston for the lob inside, and Jeb Bushler knocks it away. His team doesn't want to give up. Bushy was open in the corner. Tony for three.
Tony, that running three-pointer.
We are tied at 105. Marshallonis comes around the screen with Bushler on him. Throws it inside. Lionel Simmons lays it in.
Marshallonis has looked like he's all pro, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Taking it to the hoop, feeding guys on their knee.
Ronnie Harper with a left hand will go to the line. Byron Houston will be called for the foul.
Edney, look at Jones, the trainer, Billy Jones, working on the right hand of the rookie. That ties it up here, 107.
Coming up on 2 minutes left. Edney will get the high screen from Byron Houston. Comes down to post up, and 3 seconds on Byron Houston. Marshallonis with a little extra. Sacramento's 4th overtime turnover. Harper stops from 15. And Byron Houston gets another rebound. He's got a ton of them. Marshallonis and Dickey almost knocked it away. Marshallonis, as strong as he is, I don't believe Tony Kukoc could push him over. Edney. Over to Houston. The Bulls are staying alive, and Harper just got decked by Ty Corbin. Byron Houston puts it in.
Where did that whistle go now, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great question. Kings lead it by a couple. Tony fouls. No shot. Lionel Simmons.
Non-shooting foul. 1:17 to go. Kings are up by 2.
Harper gets the screen by Dickie Simpkins. He's got Simmons on him. Tony will take a 3.
Yes, Tony to man. 2 threes so far. He's got 17. 6 points in the overtime, and the Bulls take a 1-point advantage. 1 minute, Tom. Here we go. Guess what? The Bulls do have a foul to take.
Marshallonis way off.
Oh, not on that one.
Judley.
Oh, Harp had a chance at the tip in. Didn't work. One-handed. Get it in Tony's hands, too. Take it in.
Ronnie Harper backs it off. And he's fouled by Lionel Simmons, and Harper can give the Bulls a 3-point lead here.
That should be the 3rd foul in here. They're in the penalty. Simmons is gone with his 6th. No, the ball, it is the first in the last 2 minutes. The ball goes out of side. It should be the second in the last 2 minutes. There it is. Phil Jackson comes down to remind him. I thought it was a because Tony had come across the lane, remember, and got hatcheted.
Clint McDaniel, a rookie out of Arkansas. Not Corliss Williamson, their other rookie, who's out with an injury. They expect him back in December, they're saying. Maybe a little earlier.
Is that right? We wanted to take a look at him.
Yeah.
That was the one guy people thought maybe he should not have jumped out into this. Okay. Matty Harper. So the two veterans come in here and do a pretty good job for the Bulls.
Missed it, knew it, and Byron Houston gets it and calls timeout. We got a timeout, 21 seconds left in overtime. The Bulls lead by 2.
Since, and he's done very well at dishing the ball out, but it's been the veterans who have done a job for the Bulls here in the overtime. Tony with 2 threes, Harper with 3 out of 4 free throws, and Kenny Harris with a fast break layup. So the Bulls have a foul to take.
We're working on a 3-hour game here. Edney gets it right back. Now Deuce ties it. Clint McDaniel will not shoot the shot unless all else fails. Marshaloneski's trying like heck to get there. Corbin for 3. Rebound tap, out of bounds. Their ball with 3.4.
Pip and Michael want this one done. All right, you can give him a layup and walk away, wouldn't you think?
No, that ties it.
Well, you still got 3 points for heroics, where you go into another overtime, which you need. Talked about Scotty on the first team and Mitch Richmond on the second team, but on the third team, Dennis Rodman was on the third team.
And
okay, they've got a foul. The Bulls have a foul to take here. You might want to take it real quick.
Then they just don't have much time to get it going.
Nobody's left here either. Delay a game.
Only have one more license. Corbin gets it inbounds to Marshalonis. They'll put up the 3.
That's good. Game, set, match. That's good.
Sharunas, Marshalonis with a 3 at the buzzer.
Bulls did not take the foul. They had a chance to do it. You got to run out while he catches the ball, knock him down, and then you got a half a second.
All right, let's go to Luke and Ellis. Luke.
And let's take a look at what happened. 3.4 on the clock. They're waiting. Here's Marshalonis is out with the ball. That's when he should have been fouled immediately. Takes a couple dribbles and way back, and you could see it was good the moment it did leave his hand. You got to go right now.
As soon as he catches it, John.
Absolutely. And he ends the game. Marshalonis was just great the second half. He did to the Bulls what Tony Kukoc normally does to the other team. He just did everything. Scored, had 17 points in the game, and just was great.
So again, the win here in overtime, 112 to 111. Now let's go back to the